Welcome to Stroke of Genius Podcast Survivor Experience. I'm your host, Aaron Avila. 13 years ago, I suffered a brain aneurysm and a stroke. My mission of this podcast is to provide you with the support, valuable insights, and inspiration to help you need to rebuild your life after stroke. So, without further ado, here's your host, Aaron Avila. Well, good morning, community. Welcome to Stroke of Genius Podcast. I intentionally titled the podcast Where the Stroke Survivor Battles. Because in my mind, as a stroke survivor, there was always a question. There's such an emphasis put on your value and your ability as a stroke survivor on what you can move, what you can do, and what you regain of your life. I'm telling you, that's not it. Stroke TV media, what I'm building, really focus on the foundation of your life after stroke. And that both foundation starts in your mind, how you think. See, where we battle as stroke survivors, it isn't in the physical realm. It isn't whether we can move our left hand or right hand or mouth arm or walk or whatever. It really starts in your mind. An excellent quote that I heard, and I'm going to read it to you. We see the world not as we are, or as we see the world not as it is, but as the world, we see the world as we are. Ananias Nin. Meaning your mind filters how you see the world. You don't see it as it really is. You see it as you've been trained, as you've been taught, you've been through many traumas. You see the world through your eyes, the filter of your mind. But we need to realize that the reality of our stroke, of finding life a stroke, it really comes down to our mind. To prove this point, or to reinforce this point, I want to quote a great spiritual man named Dwayne Dyer. He said, change the way you look at things, and things you look at will change. I'm going to repeat that because I want you to listen to it really clearly. Let me pull up a chat. Hold on, I forgot to. Thank you, Sherry Patterson, for being out there. I don't know this stroke survivor is here in Michigan, and you didn't log in your name, so please put your name and there's a shout out to Michigan, whoever that is. Got Jamie from the United Kingdom. Jamie, thank you for being a bro. Your support of Stroke TV and what I'm trying to do with this podcast, it inspires me. Thank you for being there. And there is my lovely sister, Sherry Patterson. Good morning, my lovely sister. And she's in Niagara Falls. And if you want me to give a shout out to your state or country, put it in chat and I'll bring it up on camera and bring it up on screen and give your state a shout out and you can represent your state. But I really want you to realize something, people. What is foundation before any type of therapy? And this is what makes Stroke TV media so different. Because I believe that the foundation, the very first things we should be taught as stroke survivors is how to deal with stroke in the mind. It is foundational. I just quoted a quote from Dwayne Dyer. And I want to say it one more time because it's so powerful. And if you really listen to it, it will change your life today. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. meaning that if you look at the world, look at your stroke, as miserable as I'm worthless, as I'm whatever, negative, our mind does. It is how you will see your world. But if you wake up in the morning and see, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to open my eyes. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful. Start your morning with gratefulness. If you shift or change the way you think about your stroke, it will your the way the world is around you will change. Physically, you will actually see a shift in the way things interact with you in the physical realm. See, what I believe is I believe that everybody alive is a spiritual creature learning to live inside of a human body. So what I'm saying is you have the power as a human being to shift the way you think. The thinking, the thoughts. I did a podcast with a very inspiring man who had a stroke, by the way. His name is Mitch Axelrod. And he runs his entire life. His filter is exactly his entire thought process, his mind is filtered through two filters it must pass before he accepts it. Does it serve me? And does it love me? Does it love me? Does it serve me? So when you get a thought in your mind, ask yourself these questions about that thought. Does it love me? Does it make me feel good about myself? Does it make me feel like I'm enough? Or does it make me feel like I'm lacking, like I'm burdened, which is a very common stroke. This is a battle I want to touch on. So if you run every thought that comes in your mind, does it love me and does it serve me? If you run that filter before you take it in as fact, if it doesn't pass the does it love me, does it serve me filter, then give it let the thought go. But just because your mind thinks something doesn't make it true. I want you guys to really realize that because stroke lies to us. Just because you think something doesn't make it true. You actually have the ability in your mind to listen to your thoughts or disregard them that pass by in your mind. So when you run the filter and they don't, does it love me? Does it serve me? If it doesn't pass those two filters, if that thought or that way of thinking makes you feel like you're not enough, that you lack, that you're not good enough, it doesn't pass the test. So you let it pass by. Let it go through. Don't spend any time thinking about it. So what I'm saying today and what is different than most people I hear out there in the stroke community is that your value is based on how you move. Your value is based on how you're able to do the things you used to do before a stroke. I'm telling you today, what is foundational to every stroke survivor in the world, according to Stroke TV Media Me, being CEO, you must get control of your mind. The way you think directly impacts your world, how you see your life, how you see your value, how you see hope. So do not let your mind be filled with thoughts of negativity. Let your mind be filled with positive thoughts. When I talk about that test before every thought. Does it love me or does it serve me? Does it make you feel like love, like you're being loved, or does it make you feel like you're not good enough? Does that stroke lies to us, lies to you? If it doesn't pass, does it love me and does it serve me? And what does it mean? Does it serve me? Does this way of thinking or this thought enable me or empower me in a positive direction in my stroke survival life? If it doesn't, don't listen to it. Let it pass by. Don't think about it. Just let it go through your mind. You were programmed to think for whatever reason. If our mind thinks something, it must be true. That's not true. You have the power as a stroke survivor to control what goes in your mind and out of your mind. I suggest today, I challenge you today, every thought you think, run it past that test. Does it love me and does it serve me? If it doesn't get rid of it, does, I challenge you to keep it and dwell on that thought. See, I want to pause a minute and tell everybody that my podcasts are fully interactive. I do these podcasts as a video podcast on YouTube, and I do a video podcast. I do a audio only podcast on C3 Radio on Spotify and several other platforms. So if you're watching the video portion, and just so you know, the video portion is available on Stroke TV Media YouTube channel. I want everybody to realize that you're not a victim of stroke. You actually have the ability in your mind, not in the movement of your hand, not in the movement of the way you talk or the way you speak or anything. You have to realize who and what you are, and the future of hope is based in the way you think. It's based in your mind. And I'm going to go back to that quote from Dwayne Dyer, because I want you to realize how powerful your mind is. Change the way you look at things, and things you look at will change. I fully believe this. I live it. I believe it. I think it's 100% correct. If you change the way you look at your life as a stroke survivor, everything around you in your world will change. You'll begin to see things differently. You'll begin to alter your life, the way you think. Because remember, as Ananias Nin said, the world we see the world as not as it is, but as we are. Meaning that the things, the traumas you've experienced in life, the things they went through as a child, whatever, put a filter, put a membrane over your way you see things. You don't see reality as it really is, but you filter it through. That is why you can have 5 different people see the same exact accident, and you get 5 different versions of what happened from each person. Why? Because the way the mind is thinking changes the way they see reality. That is why each one tells a different story. So I challenge you today again, run every thought that goes in your mind through the filter. Does it love me? Does it serve me? If it doesn't love you, make you feel loved, it doesn't make you inspire self-love, self-value, if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't help you to be a better person, if it doesn't cause you to get hope, get rid of it, let it pass. It's not thought that you need to spend any time on whatsoever. So today's challenge is to run every thought you think through that filter as a stroke survivor. Because people don't realize how dark, evil, if you will, stroke can be. Stroke lies to you, begins to make you think you have no value. I'm going to tell you this day that is not true. You have an extreme value as a stroke survivor. What do you think? Do you think what I'm doing is something you can't do? No. I'm telling you, you have as much value as I do. The only difference is what? The way I think. See, I had a manager named Jeff Heasley. He's a global business celebrity who is now a personal friend of mine. And he began to teach me early in my stroke as I lay there, half paralyzed in bed, suicidal, felt like there was no hope, felt like I'd better off dead. He began to speak of attitude. Now I can change my success story by the way I think. Well, here I am today, 13 years later. I've been serving the stroke community now for 9 years. The way I thought, the way I was thinking, I was going to go nowhere. But I changed the way I was thinking, changed the way I was looking at my life. And it began to affect my reality. It began to affect things around me. I began to do live streaming. I began to help stroke survivors. I'm telling you today that you have that same ability in you. You can use your stroke for good. You can use your stroke to help people. And it all starts where in therapy, moving your hand? No. You start today by changing the way you think. You start changing the world one thought at a time. I'm telling you, stroke survivor, you have the ability to change people's lives, to help them. I mean, we as stroke survivors know what it's like to be a stroke survivor. Our caregivers, our people around us, they try to understand, but they can't. You are the only one that can help another stroke survivor because you know what it's like. Shay Patterson is a very good friend of mine. She has aphasia. Her stroke left her with aphasia. But you know what? She has the power and the ability to help other people, stroke survivors that have aphasia. I can help someone that has dyslexia. I can help someone reset their mind, the way they think, because I have. So I'm saying you could take what you've learned to what you went through as a stroke survivor and help somebody. So I challenge you today. Number one, change the way you think. Number two, reach out and help someone. It'll change your life. I promise you that. That's a bit. Thank you, sir. That is right here. I'll show you some statistics I met. Amen, sure. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's after you the work community, and the reason you will see me as a CEO talk about stroke, second chance stroke survivors, which is my support community. Second chance stroke survivors, my support community. That I don't call it a group. It's a community. I truly believe that we as stroke survivors worldwide are all a community. There's no separation of groups. We're a community. Because no one knows what it's like to be a stroke survivor except another stroke survivor. And thank God for the people that love us. Thank God for the people that, the caregivers, the loved ones that do try to help us and do help us. Because we couldn't be here without, I mean, I would not be here without my wife. You know, her unwavering commitment to me and helping me is leave. I didn't want to cry. I'm just touched by it. It's powerful. And if you have one of those people in your life, take time today, say thank you. Just say thank you. I appreciate everything you're doing. Again, that's changing the way you think. You're now filling your heart with gratefulness. I'm going to tell you something. If you want to change your life, wake up every morning, mention 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. Right when you open your eyes, say, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my spouse. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful to open up my eyes. I'm grateful for my dog or my cat, whatever pet you have. Just start out with anything you're grateful for. But I want you to realize something that where you allow your mind to go, to focus, your energy will flow. Roland Taco, which is my mentor, a fifth time, 5 time stroke survivor. He was telling me, Aaron, where your focus goes, your energy will flow. So what that means, if we as stroke survivors focus on the negative issues of a stroke, that's where energy will be a negative person. But if we focus on possibilities, hope, we are gonna get better. That is where energy flows, and our life will follow. You know, the battle that I spoke about, the stroke survivors battle, is in their mind. I'm here to tell you and tell you right now the truth. The way you think, how you see stroke, is foundational. It is the cornerstone of finding a life after stroke. Because if you focus on what you don't have versus what you have, you end up just being miserable. But focus on what you have, and miracles will come in your life. See, today I want everybody out there, they might hear my voice now. And I appreciate if you take a minute, like this video, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Definitely could use the support. It does help. But if you also want to share it, whatever, but you are the voice of hope. Not just me behind this microphone. You have the ability to impact another person's life positively by shifting the way you think. Your battle, you think your battle is the not being able to do something you used to be able to do? No. Your battle begins is foundational to the way you think. You know that quote from Ananias Nin, we don't see the world as it really is, we see the world as we really are. That is a testament to the way we think. If you think you're beautiful, you think you're valuable as a stroke survivor, that's how you see the world. But if you see yourself as negative, as not worth anything, that's how you will see a world negative. So, what I do want you to do out there, stroke survivors, think you do not have the ability to change your life. You do. Change the way you look at things, stroke survivor, and the things you look at will change. I promise you, I guarantee you, I've seen it come true in my life. You know, I wanted to take a minute just to take him to tell you, stroke survivor are valuable. You stroke survivor are beautiful. You stroke survivor have hope. Change the way you think. Start hoping. You know, there's a Bible verse that says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So what is faith? Faith is just a lot of big hoping. If you look what it is, it is hope. So right now, I want you to take today and I challenge you. Start out with gratefulness. Start shifting the way you think. Start changing the way you look at your life. Start changing the way you look at yourself. I mean, how many of us out there allow a stroke to beat us up, beat the living weight of us, and tell us we're not worth anything? How many of us, I'm guilty too, I battle the mind just like everybody else. Yeah, here's really good. I want to bring up this quote with this audience members. My goal is to transform the way the stroke community deals with stroke. And that means right down to hospitals and clinicians. The clinicians, they they rush us off to therapy and try to get us to do what things we used to be able to do. Now, that is what I feel should be done. I told the neurologists and neurospecialists, clinicians, when you need to lay groundwork, a foundation cornerstone of the mindset. Because Stroke TV media truly believes it's a mindset, the way you think, that will dictate the type of life you lead to stroke survivor. I don't care what your deficit is. Prime example, I've been in wheelchair for 13 years. I have dyslexia. I've been memory test, amongst many other things. But the way I think changes the way my life, the way I see my stroke. See, in the beginning, my stroke told me I was worthless, told me that I was nothing more than a burden. Once I shifted the way I thought about myself, the way I shifted the way I think, that is truly when my life changed. And today I challenge you, shift the way you think. Run your every thought, every single thought you think, run it through that filter. Does it love me? Does it serve me? If it doesn't, spend no time on that thought whatsoever. If it does love you, make you feel good about yourself, make you feel like you're valuable, keep it. If it serves you, meaning it helps you be better in your mind, keep it. See, there's only two types of energy in this world, this entire planet. Two types. Only two types of people on this planet. Positive energy or negative energy. Real simple. I mean, it's that simple. I just boiled the whole globe down into two terms. Positive energy or negative energy. I'm telling you today, make this a positive day, and that decision is up to you and it's in your mind. Change the way you look at things. Be grateful and understand you can help somebody. Yeah. Thank you, Sherry, for this. Look at this. Look at this, Sherry. Dream against stroke survivors should be given a second chance. Thank you, Sherry, for that. You know, we're out of time. I can't believe the 30 minutes went by so quick. Again, Stroke TV media is different. We're different. I'm different. I believe that your value, your life, And the quality of finding your life again restore really is not in your physical abilities. It's in your mind. It's in the cornerstone, the foundation of the way you think. So I challenge you today, again, just be grateful. Repeat those things you're grateful for and remember those two fiddles today. Does it love me? Does it serve me? If it does, let it go. Okay, well, I love it. We're hard time it together here is done. If you ever want to get a look, please smash that like button if you like this video and subscribe to Stroke TV Media and YouTube. And bring a friend. Again, I'm open to caregivers. It could be anybody. You, but just not the stroke survivor. Just bring a friend to the next Wednesday show. Again, my goal is to provide you valuable content and know one thing. You are, I love you, stroke survivor. You're amazing. You're amazing. Don't let anybody, don't let your own mind tell you you're not, but you're amazing. Okay? I have been serving the stroke survivor community for 9 years. In those 9 years, I have learned that stroke survivors, despite you feel of weakness, are some of the strongest people I've ever known in my life. And you're one of them. You've been through a lot. And today's the day you're going to shift the way you think. And you're going to start changing your life for the better. You are going to find life that's stroke. Okay, everybody. Hope everybody has a great day. Again, reach out to me in Messenger on Facebook if you're out there, or email me, Aaron Avila at stroketv.com. Take your phone if you want to, and you want to, we're going to give you you want to book a meeting with me, book a meeting with me. Scan that QR code, leave that for a minute, but scan that QR code and bring you to my calendar. We'll video chat. I'll be more than happy to talk with you and help you. I'm also building a different division called Empowered Stroke Coaching. Empowered Stroke Coaches. Right now, I have a bilingual coach and an English speaking coach. And they're for you too. And they're there to help both caregiver and stroke survivor. But if you want to talk to me, please scan that QR code, book a meeting with me, email for you. Everybody, I want you to have a great day. I love it. Love energy away. Have a great day. Bye, guys.